Hello, everyone, and welcome to race number 14 of 29 here in the 1989 Throwbacks. It's been a little while since my last upload, and I apologize. Things have been really busy, especially with this year's Atlantic Hurricane season. As most of you probably know, I participate with a project called Force 13 on YouTube, and things just got really busy along with college and stuff. But I'm back. I'm going to start to try to upload regularly again. If you're looking for Can-Am videos, I'm hoping to have another one up by the weekend. Hoping that it all works out. I just realized something that I need to change real quick. So before this, if the stream's like lagging really bad, we're going to fix that right now. Where is it? There it is. Alright. That should fix any kind of lagginess that the stream was getting. Alright, so here we go. We're going to Michigan. That's the race we're going to. We've got Tim Richmond with 3 wins. He's the points leader, 65 points up on Bill Elliott, 2 wins. Ricky Rudd's the only other multi-time winner, so let's do this. This should be a rather excellent race. Once it loads, of course. Alright, so here we go. We are here at the Michigan International Speedway. We've had a lot of good races here before. We got the track repaved here for 1989. And we should be expecting what should be a really tightly contested race. So let's see what we got going on. As far as the poll's going to go to Tim Richmond, your points leader. So that's really, to what I would say, not a very big surprise, because Tim Richmond has been doing fantastically thus far this season, trying to capture his second career championship. So we can see here, Tim Richmond is on the pole. We have Terry Labonte in second, Jeffrey Bodine in third, Phil Parsons fourth, Ricky Rudd fifth. We have Bill Elliott in sixth, Rusty Wallace seventh, Ken Schrader eighth, Dale Earnhardt in ninth, and we have Morgan Shepherd rounding out the top 10. I believe that's Morgan Shepherd. Yes, Morgan Shepherd rounding out the top 10. Here comes the command. Alright, the command has been given. And the pace car is going to start rolling off here. 50-lap event should be a fun one. As I've mentioned before, Michigan has produced some of the more fantastic races that we've seen here in the Throwbacks. I imagine that this race will probably be no different. This 2-mile almost super speedway. The only other track that has a faster qualifying time than here that isn't at Daytona or Talladega is Atlanta. Anyways, here comes the cars to the line, and the green flag is out here for the Miller High Life 400. The cars go zooming by, and they're going to go zooming by again going into corner number 1. Tim Richmond's going to take the lead. And we've got Terry Labonte up here in second place. Field goes by again. So here we go. Jeff Bodine was able to take the second position away from Terry Labonte, as Tim Richmond is able to jump way out in front for the lead early on. Now, one thing we're going to have to watch here at Michigan, and this is unique to this track, is that it's very, very wide, very, very fast. and we can actually see that high line coming into play later on in this race. Meanwhile, it looks like Jeff Bodine shot out of a cannon as he's starting to run down that 25 car real quick now, but well, maybe Tim Richmond's just stronger in turns 1 and 2. And there's that high line advantage we were talking about. Look at this. Ricky Rudd's momentum was just killed off of turn 2. And both Terry Labonte and Phil Parsons blow by as they go 3 abreast into 3. And this is one of the things that makes Michigan so exciting. Plenty of room for people to make passes as you see Ben Hess going down pit road, coming out of pit road rather. Now the top 5 have broken away from the pack here, and we might be able to say top 6 here. If Rusty Wallace is able to come up and block the 26, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Boy, Ricky Rudd had a strong run coming up off of turn number 2 there. Looks like Rudd's going to keep the position. Wallace tries to slide up in front of Earnhardt. We'll see if he can keep the momentum going. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So right now, it's just pretty much, we're going to see what moves are going to be taken into effect here. Terry Labonte looks like he got a really strong run on Jeff Bodine. Will he try for the bottom here in corner number 3? Not too aggressive early on. This is just lap number 4 here. And look at this move by Phil Parsons. It looks like Terry Labonte got loose. Parsons jumped right to that outside lane. And it looks like the drivers early on are knowing that that outside lane could potentially be advantageous, especially later on in this race. When the tires start wearing out and everything, that top line could really start playing into effect here, and it might start playing into effect right now because here comes Phil Parsons onto the outside of Terry Labonte. We'll see if he can make this pass on the outside. Phil Parsons, very fast in practice. He's got one of the better cars, and look at this run that he's going to get. Coming up off of turn number 4, boy, Phil Parsons has a strong car. He's going to beat Terry Labonte back to the line even. Wow, that 55 car is strong if he was able to pull that move off. Now you can see the 11 going by, and now Phil Parsons fighting back. I think Parsons got him. Not quite. Terry Labonte still fighting for that 3rd position. Labonte drove it in deep. Don't think it'll be enough. Parsons trying really hard to come up off that top line. Labonte is giving him a run for his money, no doubt about that. Labonte diving it really hard into turn 1 again, and Phil Parsons getting the run on the outside. Now is he able to clear Labonte? I believe so, yes, he was able to clear Labonte, and now Labonte's got Bill Elliott to worry about. And it looks like Elliott tried to get some momentum going. I don't think it's going to be enough. Yep, Terry Labonte beat him up off of turn number 4. And now here comes Rusty Wallace. He's going to dive down to the inside of Ricky Rudd here, and we'll see if that gets him anywhere. It's all about where your car is strong, and it looks like that 27 car is one of the strongest cars I've seen on the low lane. We'll see if he can try to make that work. Right now, it's not working for him. Yeah, and the 27 car, as you said, is one of the stronger cars on that low lane. So the grip just might not be there anymore, and the grip might just be in the upper lanes. If that's the case, Rusty Wallace might be losing a position here to Dale Earnhardt as well. And Alan Kowicki isn't too much further behind either. We will see, no doubt about that. Yeah, Alan's there. boy, Wallace really tried diving into turn 3 there. Looks like Wallace is going to be able to get up and get around Alan Kawicki, so Wallace is going to lose 2 positions on that attempted pass. And we got these 3 leaders running single file right now. And it's really no surprise to see these Hendrick cars running so well right now. 1, 2. They have had a really supreme package so far this year, and they've been no doubt some of the toughest cars to beat in the pack. Jeff Bodine has had some horrific luck, and now here comes Phil Parsons. He's going to try to rocket up on the outside of Jeff Bodine. Oh boy, that was a risky move. Now here comes Terry Labonte. He's going to try to make a move on the inside. Maybe try to make it 3 wide going into 1. I don't know how well that worked out, but boy, it looked like Labonte got a lot of momentum there on the inside line. He was actually able to get around Phil Parsons. So Labonte will move to 3rd position. Terry Labonte did a fantastic job there. He caught the 55 while he didn't have a lot of momentum, and now the 55 is going to try a crossover. See if he can pull this move off. He's going to need to get a really good run into corner number 1 here. Doesn't look like he got it good enough. As you said, you need a really good run through corner number 1. And Elliott trying to really work with his manufacturer teammate here and with Terry Labonte. And now Elliott drops down, and he's going to get Phil Parsons some drafting help. So Parsons is going to go back to the 3rd position. And now Elliott's going to try for 4th. I think he's going to get it. The 11's fighting really hard, but I think he's going to get it. Now it looks like Terry Labonte, he's the one that's actually caught out there right now. That is no doubt interesting, and it's just a really tough place for Terry Labonte to be. He's on the last year of that contract as well. Nobody really knows where Terry Labonte is going. Of course, you got Phil Parsons there in the 55. His contract might also be coming up. All drivers that might be switching teams. Never know. Right now, Jeff Bodine seems to be having a pretty good run together right now. He's in 2nd place. He's putting just a really good run, trying to recover from some of the mistakes he made earlier on this season. Racked up some DNFs, hoping to turn those DNFs around. He is, and yeah, they're just trying to have a comeback season because the last 2 seasons have been just pitiful, to say the least. Bodine not playing up to his potential. But now here he is in 1989. He's coming back to play. You see his teammate Tim Richmond here. He's trying to win his 2nd championship in 3 years. And if he can pull that off, I mean, that's really impressive. Not many drivers can say that they've won 2 championships in 3 years. That tells you that he may have a dynasty going on here. And meanwhile, Phil Parsons battling for 2nd. And everyone is going with him. It looks like they're going to try to make the bottom line work through sheer willpower alone. And now Jeffrey Bodine is getting blown by on this inside lane. Maybe not. Bodine trying to fight back on the outside. It will not be enough. Phil Parsons will take the 2nd position. Bill Elliott will try to take 3rd, and it's 3 wide for 4th. And Lord, these drivers are running really close to each other, really dicey. They're still 3 wide. Look at this move by Kawicki on the outside. He's going to try to get a position out of this. Alan Kulwicki, owner-driver, 3-time winner, including the Coca-Cola 600. That's a huge race to be able to win. Huge race. Absolutely. Right now, Phil Parsons, he's trying to escape all the mayhem behind him because ever since they made that pass for second, good Lord, this pack has really gotten jumbled up. Now we have Dale Earnhardt on the inside here trying to take a position away from Alan Kulwicki. It looks like he's going to be able to do that, but is he going to be able to hold on here as all the drivers are getting up onto the top lane? Earnhardt just doesn't have the grip down there, and everyone else has the grip on top. Yeah, look at this. It looks like Earnhardt's just getting drafted by here on this outside lane. Everyone's just ganging up on him. And that's just an unfortunate place to be as a driver. You just can't do anything about it. And look at this. Harry Gant's going to be able to drive right by Dale Earnhardt. So huge inroads being made there. Meanwhile, Tim Richmond, he's just smiling right now. He's just saying, all right, guys, you could just battle it out for yourselves. I don't care. I'm just going to take the lead and run away with it. Now we should be seeing pit stops coming up on lap 25 or thereabouts. Should be right around the halfway mark. One pit stop race, no doubt about that. Phil Parsons, it looked like he gained a lot of ground, but then Ben Hess kind of slowed him down there through turns 1 and 2. So any ground that he did make up, I think, has just been relinquished. And now here comes the 9 of Elliott and the 27 of Rusty Wallace, who's all of a sudden springboarded into the 4th position. And now Terry Labonte, he's stuck behind the 40 car of Ben Hess. That's going to send him back a little bit. And now Kulwicki's going to move into the 6th position and maybe trying to get a top 5 out of this day, which would be really impressive of just a really good race for their team if they can pull that off. Yeah, that'd just be a fantastic day for Alan Kulwicki and his team, no doubt about that. We just need to be able to get it done, and right now, Kulwicki's getting it done, no doubt about that. '27's way up the track, and it looks like Phil Parsons is now right on the back of the 25. So we might have a battle for the lead. Right now, we take a look at the fastest lap charts. Fastest lap of this race, turned by Terry Labonte. That actually surprises me. And take a look at those speeds too, almost 190 miles an hour here for your fastest lap. That is really mind-bogglingly quick. Right now, Phil Parsons, he's just trying to stay on the 25. The 25's coming down pit road. I think it might be a bit early to pit. The 5 and the 7 are following them down. I think this might be a bit early to pit. But okay, yeah, early bird definitely gets the worm. No doubt about that. 3 out of the 4 Hendrick cars are coming down pit road, and the 27's in the wall. 27 in the wall, getting into turn 1. Yeah, he just ran out of real estate there, unfortunately. So Rusty Wallace is going to lose a couple of positions thanks to that. Maybe not lose a couple of positions. But getting in the wall was definitely not his intention there. Your leader, Phil Parsons, here at Michigan. And you can see the 27. He's going to come down pit road right away, not taking any chances of a tire rub or anything like that. A couple people will follow him. Terry Labonte, Ricky Rudd, Sterling Marlin, Darrell Waltrip. They will all come down pit road as well. Now we just have Phil Parsons out in front here trying to hold off Bill Elliott. See what could happen this time. Alright, these drivers, they're going to pull down into pit road here. There we go, the 55 and the 9 are in. Here comes the 3, the 33. And now here's Tim Richmond. We'll see how long it takes for these guys to pit. Richmond is only one lap down. So next time he comes around, it'll be who's in front of him and who's behind him. Let's see here. It looks like, wow, Rusty Wallace really had a banging job of a pit stop. But remember, he got into the wall, so we don't know how fast that 27 car is going to be. Here comes Tim Richmond. Whoa, what a close call with the 27. On cold tires. Cold tires definitely made the difference there, no doubt about that. Now Richmond is in the lead temporarily. We'll see if he gets out in front of the 55 or not. There's Harry Gant. There's Dale Earnhardt. He might do it. Oh boy, it's going to be close. Looks like they're going to get around the 9, but it won't be enough to get around the 55, I don't think. Phil Parsons should be your new leader after this pit stop cycle, to which I have to say, very good job by Phil Parsons and that crew to get that team out in first place. That's an excellent strategy, and, well, maybe not. Here comes Richmond. They're not holding back. Richmond and Bodine are not holding a single thing back. Trying to gang up and get around Phil Parsons. It's not going to happen here. No, there they go. Right around the outside. Nothing that Phil Parsons can do. Now that was excellent teamwork there by Tim Richmond and Jeff Bodine. We'll see how far back the 55 and the 9 end up falling due to cold tires. Maybe JD McDuffie will help this out a little bit. Oh, is Bodine going to try to pull to the outside and take the lead? That'll be an interesting thing to see. Trying to pass your teammates, one of the toughest things you'll ever do in this series. And there he goes. He's going to the outside. He's looking. He's looking, but he can't come in. Plenty of time left in this race. No need to tear your car up. Five is trying to find a way around this 25 any way that he can, but no, sir, it is not happening. It is a 4-car draft for the lead. Well, 3 cars, and then add Rusty Wallace back there. Looks like whatever contact he made with the wall, it was very minor because the 27 is right with this pack. Phil Parsons is starting to drop a little bit more. And now Jeff Bodine going to try to go to the bottom. Rodney Coombs is going to be in the way. 3 wide. Bodine's got the help from Elliott, though. Still 3 wide. Not going to be enough. Tim Richmond doesn't look like anybody's going to gain any positions. Gain or lose anything. The 27 had to fall back to 4th. If anyone might gain anything, it's Terry Labonte. Remember, he had the fastest lap set before the pit stops. So we know that 11 cars fast. Is he going to try to pull to the outside of Bill Elliott here? Meanwhile, the teammates are still battling each other. Yeah, I think Jeff Bodine was like, yep, I was behind you long enough. I tried to help you lead a bunch of laps. You led the most laps of the race now. You got your 10 bonus points. Now it's time for me to race you. Jeff Bodine, he wants some of those bonus points. He wants 5 bonus points for leading a lap today. Meanwhile, you have Bill Elliott. He's in the contention for the championship. He doesn't want to lose anything. He might be the only person that can run spoiler to Tim Richmond this season. I mean, I just don't think that anyone else can really run spoiler to Tim Richmond other than Bill Elliott, but we'll see. This has been an outstanding performance by Tim Richmond. It certainly hasn't been dominating in any aspect, because, boy, there have been times where he's just barely hung on to this lead. But he's done a good job keeping everyone behind him, and I think that it has a lot to do with the person in his rearview mirror, number 5 of Jeff Bodine. Elliott looking to the bottom. We'll see how they deal with lap traffic. Elliott's going to run into a dead end here on the top end of this track. And I think that's going to allow Terry Labonte to easily go into the 3rd position if he can get the run here on the outside, and he easily will. And now Jeff Bodine is right on the bumper of the 25 of Tim Richmond. Is Bodine going to try to make a move here in turn 3? Just doesn't have it. Meanwhile, Terry Labonte, you can give him the 3rd position. So Terry Labonte will move into 3rd, Rusty Wallace to 4th, and Bill Elliott will fall back to 5th, losing valuable points. Well, those points aren't permanently lost. He can get back up into 3rd. I think that Elliott just barely doesn't have the car to win it today. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll see. But I think Elliott just barely doesn't have the car to win it. Now it's really going to take a long time to run down the 25 and the 5. They're way out here, a second and a half ahead of everyone else. Meanwhile, Ken Schrader, remember we were talking about him earlier? He's actually moved himself up into the 7th position, and that will actually put all 4 Hendrick cars inside the top 8. So Hendrick Motorsports really doing good, especially on the big tracks. This team seems to know what they're doing. They've got 4 cars out there, and their owner could not be happier. He knows exactly what he's doing. We'll see if Bodine knows exactly how he's doing. He's trying to pass a Cup champion in the form of Tim Richmond. Never an easy task. Up here, coming up, A.J. Foyt, Butch Miller, and winner of Sonoma, Rick Mast. That is something that I just was not expecting. That we go to Sears Point International Raceway, and who ends up winning it? Rick Mast. Whoever picked him, I'm telling you, won a lot of money, no doubt about it. You'll have some nobody who probably doesn't know anything about NASCAR put down $10 on this nobody called Rick Mast and ended up winning big time. Hey, not too many people can say that they won in their rookie season. Rick Mast can say he did it. Oh, look at this run by Jeff Bodine. Is Rick Mast going to hold him up, though? 3 wide. What a pass by Jeff Bodine. He will take the lead. 11 laps to go, and they go 12 laps to go, I guess. 12 laps to go, and Jeff Bodine will take the lead with an incredible pass of Rick Mast. and Tim Richmond. Wow. That move actually impressed me. That just shows you how much space you really have to maneuver here at Michigan International Speedway. That's why drivers love coming here. It's definitely a racer's course. And it's just a really fast and fun track every single time we go here. We have not had a single disappointing race. I think that's going to continue for as long as we keep on coming here to Michigan. It's just been fantastic every single time we've come here. And now Jeff Bodine, he's going to try to pick up his first multi-win season since 1985. And that'll be huge for him. And it looks like as soon as Jeff Bodine, he caught this clean air, he has really taken off here at the front of the pack. We take a look at the fastest laps after the pit stops, and things really haven't changed. It's still Terry Labonte with the fastest lap on the board. And you can see, actually, Jeff Bodine way down in 10th fastest. But sometimes fastest doesn't mean best, and that might be the case here today. It looks like Jeff Bodine definitely has the long run speed, and sometimes that's all you need. Another thing about Michigan is that there's rarely a caution in these Michigan races. If there's going to be a caution, maybe one. These races are usually clean as a whistle. So you get 50 laps of uninterrupted action every single time we go here, and I think that's just fantastic. It really is, and this track is really the personification of the competitiveness of this sport. No doubt about it. Right now, Jeffrey Bodine leads, but how much longer will he lead? This other pack that's also going to include Terry Labonte, Bill Elliott, and potentially Rusty Wallace as well. How much longer till they start marching up towards Jeff Bodine? Here comes a move by Elliott on the outside. Terry Labonte just got a little bit loose coming up off of turn number 4, and Elliott just jumped right to that outside lane. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to help him. We'll see if he can try to make something happen here through turns 1 and 2. Ooh, it's going to be close. It depends on how much of Labonte's momentum is killed coming off of turn number 2. Not a lot of it. And there goes Elliott. He's going to try. He's still trying for that 3rd spot. Boy, if he can end up only losing 15 points to Tim Richmond today, I think he will take it. Right now, he's losing 20 points. If he can get in front of that 11 car, and wow, look at this move by Rusty Wallace. Very ballsy, trying to make it 3 wide. Trying to take advantage of a good situation here. If he and the 11 can get up, he can get that position. I don't think that's going to happen. There goes Elliott around on the high line again. But I think the 11 and the 27 have the momentum. It isn't enough momentum, though. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Lap traffic has gotten in the way, and Tim Richmond has taken the lead away. Maybe. Maybe. Side by side going down the front, back straightaway rather. Every single time I think Tim Richmond has a huge advantage. Lake speed keeps getting in the way. 3 wide. Look at this move by Bodine. He's going to try to make this move work. Watch this. This is going to be one of the most aggressive moves you're going to see all year long. Look at this power move by Jeff Bodine on the outside, trying to desperately hold on to the lead against his teammate. Boy, does he want to win or does he want to win? Jeff Bodine, that would be one of the best power moves I've ever seen. Bodine, is he running out of fuel? He's out. Bodine's on the shoulder. He's out. And all of a sudden, 3 wide for second place. Give the lead to Terry Labonte. Oh, good Lord. Jeff Bodine out of gasoline. Having to come to pit road with 3 to go. Unbelievable. We knew that that was probably going to take into effect. The question is, how many more people? Will anybody else come down to pit road? And the 11 and the 25, they're slowing up. They both got to come down. Elliott and Wallace are still out there. 2 more laps to go. Will everyone have to pit again? 3 wide. If Elliott can hold on for this win. Oh, Elliott's way down on the track. Is he slowing up now? No, it looks like he's good. Looks like he's good for now, I think. Oh, he's maybe. Only got loose. White flag. Is there anything that Rusty Wallace can do about it? By the way, Phil Parsons has jumped up to the 3rd position because of all of this. White flag. It looks like Elliott's going to take it. Rusty Wallace just trying to be conservative. He's probably just making it to the end. Who knows what his tire situation is like. And after that dramatic finish, it looks like Elliott's going to outlast them all. Checkered flag. Bill Elliott wins here at Michigan. Excellent race. Yet another fantastic race by all these drivers. I figured that they'd pit just a bit too early, and we made that comment before, and indeed they did. Look at how many spots it's going to cost them, too. This might be enough to cost Tim Richmond the points lead. And there goes the 5 and the 25 right there. They're going to be scored 17th and 18th. That might be enough to cost Tim Richmond the points lead. Oh, good Lord. Well, let's see what the points are like. Oh, it's not quite enough, but they're basically on top of each other now. Bill Elliott, 4 points behind Tim Richmond. Dale Earnhardt is really a distant, not so distant competitor at 79 points, but he is a little bit further back. Everyone else is a really distant competitor. Jeff Bodine, Ken Schrader, Darrell Waltrip. How about that? Those 300 cars right in a row. 4th, 5th, 6th. That team is just super, super strong this season. And we're looking to continue to have good racing. The insanity may continue with the throwbacks, as the next time we come up, we'll have the Pepsi 400, the Firecracker 400 at the Daytona International Speedway. And we'll see you then.